Well, I have my sister Emily joining me, and we're gonna make our absolute favorite, which is peanut butter eggs.
My favorite.
I mean, this has been our favorite since we were literally in childhood.
Yes.
Did they have Reese's eggs when we were kids?
Oh yeah.
Like shaped in the egg?
Oh yeah, and now we just steal them from our children's baskets.
Yes.
That's what we do.
That's true. I wish I could say that I only ever make healthy peanut butter cups for my kids, but when it comes to holidays, I do put one little treat that I buy in their baskets. And sometimes I choose healthier options, sometimes I just put a Reese's egg in. For this recipe, you'll need 1/2 cup of peanut butter, 1/2 cup of peanut flour, 2 tablespoons of sweetener, 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, and 3 tablespoons of water. So you can go ahead and add the peanut butter, sweetener, and peanut flour to the bowl. Add the water last, just to kind of see how it's coming together, and you may need a little bit less or a little bit more depending on the consistency. You want it to be like a cookie dough when you're mixing it all together. And what I love about this recipe is it really truly is 4 ingredients. So you just need some melted chocolate. I always add a little bit of coconut oil to my chocolate just to make it a little bit easier to melt and a little bit easier to coat onto whatever you're coating. But what I love about these is they're higher in protein. So when it comes to treats with our kids, I always try and balance things out, and I know you do too.
Yeah.
So if you can balance sugar with protein, it does help your blood sugar stabilize a little bit better. Same with fiber. So fiber and protein paired with sugar is a really good thing as far as kind of balancing out your body.
Well, I also love making things at home because you know what's in it.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's kind of crazy, you know, how...
Well, we're realizing more, aren't we?
Yeah, it's like, if you can't pronounce it, chances are we shouldn't be eating it.
Yeah.
And so they add so much, you know, to preserve our food.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've been really just trying to intentionally make homemade snacks, homemade desserts, even, you know, treats like this just from home, so I can guarantee I know what's in it, so it's clean for our family.
Yeah. When it comes to that dough consistency,
That's really good.
when you want to start to kind of get your hands into it a little bit, bring everything together, and then we can roll it into like little eggs, basically. And when you do that, when you roll it into like a little egg shape, then you'll just want to dip it in the chocolate.
Okay.
And I got 2 spoons to kind of
This would be fun for the kids to do too.
Yes, totally. So you kind of just roll into a ball first, kind of turn it into a little egg and kind of smash it down just a little bit. And that looks great. And then just coat it in some chocolate. And I kind of just like pick it up, but you could always just coat it in chocolate right on the parchment paper too. The only problem with doing it like that is then the chocolate kind of pools around it, which is fine. They're just not going to be as pretty. So I like to kind of let it drip off a little bit and then add it to the sheet pan.
Love it.
So how do you incorporate Jesus into Easter? Because I know we're the same as far as feeling like it's so important to make holiday traditions, really bringing it back to the reason for the season.
You know, Easter baskets, Easter, you know, the Easter bunny, all that stuff is so fun for the kids, but I try to be very careful in how much I talk about it and how much we celebrate with that kind of stuff, because truly the whole reason we even have Easter is because of what Jesus did on the cross, and it's a celebration that he's risen again. And so it's becoming easier now that my kids are older. They're 5 and 8.
Yeah.
And so in their school, they go to Christian school, so they do a really great job teaching it and reinforcing all the things we do at home. But this year was finally the first year where I feel like they were at the maturity level to understand it. And so we just had a lot of conversations. So leading up to it, really from the Sunday before Easter, we started doing devotionals, and I loved it because our church actually gave them these scratch-off bookmarks. And so each night as our devotional, they got so excited because they got to take a coin and scratch it off.
Cute.
And it told what scripture to read. And it was just a very short passage, but you know, the conversation as the kids get older is just so much more in depth.
Yeah.
And I got to ask them questions like, why do you think Jesus rode on a donkey? Like, why a donkey? You know, and so it's cool because they're understanding more as they get older.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we always have really good intentions when they're 3 and 4. But it's not until they get older that you're like, there's depth there.
Yeah.
And so I really felt like we hit this this new phase with the boys.
I think it is important to start just talking about Jesus and explaining it even when they're so little, because it really does. It's really seeds planted.
Yeah.
But these look really good, and
so
I
good.
think that we could just eat the entire tray right now, you and me, if you want to. But maybe we should save some for Mom. She has been helping. So, but you can just put these in the fridge or the freezer just to harden up the chocolate for just about 15 minutes, and then they're good to go.
They look great.